The Phoenix Suns have been one of the most pleasant surprises this year. While everyone viewed them as a playoff team, not many had them finishing as high as they did in the standings or enjoying the playoff success that they have. The Suns are fresh off a Game 3 win over the Nuggets and are now on the verge of making their first conference finals appearance since 2010. The initial thought would be to credit Chris Paul and Devin Booker for this team's achievements, but there's another up-and-coming star on this team that deserves a lot of praise. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the contributions of DeAndre Ayton and how he's helped change the perception of Phoenix as a dark horse contender to a legitimate threat to win it all.
Murray inside, incredible!
LeBron James with no regard for human life.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
In 9 playoff games, DeAndre Ayton has averaged 15.6 points, 11 rebounds, and recorded 7 double-doubles. While these stats are certainly impressive, they don't tell the whole story. During the postseason, Ayton has been an incredible communicator, a great defender, and an efficient, unselfish offensive player. Starting off with his communication, he has been excellent at talking with his teammates on defense. When you are playing center, you are viewed as the last line of defense, meaning that you can see everything that's going on in front of you. That being said, it's Ayton's job to survey the floor and yell at his teammates so that they're all on the same page. In the pick and roll, Ayton has to tell his teammates whether he wants to switch or not, he has to call out screens as they are being set, and he has to let everyone on the court know that he's there to rotate over and provide help. Ayton has done all of these things tremendously, and his efforts have helped the Suns play dominant defense in the postseason. In addition, Ayton has stepped up as a vocal leader on the sideline and in the locker room. During the Game 3 broadcast, the commentators mentioned that Ayton had reportedly been challenging his teammates to play harder and smarter defense, while also praising and motivating them at the same time. This kind of leadership from such a young player is huge, as it really helps unify the team. The Suns already have an amazing leader at head coach in Monty Williams, and they added another great leader this season in Chris Paul, but the more voices you have in the locker room, the better, and Ayton's impact is definitely being felt in that department. Ayton's impact has also been felt on the defensive end, where his size and mobility have made him a terrific team and individual defender. Because of his quickness, Ayton can stay with smaller, faster players when he's defending in the pick and roll. Ayton is also an intelligent defender, and he does a great job of guarding both the ball handler and roll man when put in these situations. He doesn't overcommit, he stays on his feet, and he makes life as difficult as possible for his opponent. As I said earlier, Ayton has also been a great communicator on the defensive end, so he elevates Phoenix's team defense as a whole whenever he is on the court. While his team defense has been very impressive, Ayton has excelled the most during the playoffs as an individual defender. In the first 2 rounds, Ayton has had to defend 2 of the best bigs in the league in Anthony Davis and Nikola Jokic, and he's done about as well as he possibly could have. I touched on it a bit before, but Ayton is a very smart defensive player, and that's been proven when he's had to guard these 2 superstars. In round 1, Ayton did a great job of crowding AD, not falling for his pump fakes, using his lateral quickness to stay in front of him, and finishing the play with a good contest. While one could make the argument that AD was not 100% in that series, the truth is that AD is talented enough to dominate most bigs even when he's not fully healthy. Ayton did not allow for that to happen, and he made sure that Davis was unable to get off anything easy, or to get in any sort of rhythm as well. I'm not sure what AD's exact shooting percentage was when he was being guarded by Ayton, but I can say with confidence that it was below his average. In this second round matchup against the Nuggets, Ayton has been doing more of the same, making life as difficult as possible for Nikola Jokic. While Jokic did put up a crazy stat line of 32 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists in Game 3, he did so on 13 of 29 shooting and 1 for 6 shooting from 3. Ayton was a big reason why, as he didn't allow Jokic to get to his spots. Just by watching these clips, you can tell that Jokic was not comfortable when being guarded by Ayton. Jokic loves to back his defender down and take hook shots over his left shoulder, but he couldn't get to that shot because of Ayton's combination of speed and strength. Instead, Jokic was forced to pass out to the perimeter a lot, or to settle for mid-range and 3-point jumpers, which is preferable for Phoenix. Ayton's one-on-one defense has been even more valuable in this Denver series, because unlike LA, the Nuggets do not have another superstar alongside Davis. Since Ayton has been able to make life tough for Jokic, he has disrupted the Nuggets' offense to a degree because Denver's offense relies so heavily on him. Simply put, Ayton has been great on defense, but he's been producing on offense for Phoenix as well. On the offensive end, DeAndre Ayton is averaging a solid 15.6 points per game as I mentioned, but he's doing so on 72.9% from the field. Ayton has been fairly selective with his shots, and he's been scoring within the flow of the offense. He's been great in the pick and roll, he'll get a few putbacks each game, and Ayton can take his defender one-on-one or knock down the occasional mid-range jumper as well. However, what's impressed me the most is his unselfishness. As a number 1 overall pick, there is a certain standard that you are held to. Many top draft picks have failed to live up to the hype in large part because of the pressure that comes with it. When you are selected that high, you are expected to change the fortunes of a franchise, and that typically starts by being a dominant scorer. At just 22 years old, Ayton has shown a lot of maturity by deferring to Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Rather than forcing up bad shots so that he can look better in the box score by averaging more points, Ayton has been taking smart shots, making the right pass when the help comes, and allowing CP3 and Booker to do what they do. Ultimately, Ayton's unselfishness is a big reason why Phoenix's offense has been so great throughout the playoffs. On top of that, Ayton is a great screen setter, and that's been on full display during the postseason. Setting strong screens is so valuable because it is the key to a fluid and free-flowing offense. If you have a big that can free up space for his teammates, that is going to help your team get good shots. While I could show many clips of Ayton setting great screens, I want to focus on the screens he was setting in the second half of their Game 3 win. As you can see, Ayton does a great job of standing his ground, which makes it difficult for Denver's guards to get around him. It doesn't help that Jokic refused to step up in these pick and roll situations, and as a result, CP3 was able to knock down easy mid-range jumpers. I think it's important to highlight Ayton in these clips, because while Paul has to knock down the shot, he wouldn't be able to get to his spot if it weren't for Ayton's ability to clear up space for him. That is just another underrated thing that Ayton has been doing during the playoffs, and he deserves to be recognized for it. Up to this point, it's been a pleasure to watch DeAndre Ayton in playoff basketball. Being that he was the number 1 overall pick back in 2018, it's a given that he's a talented player, but when you get a guy with Ayton's talent who is also willing to sacrifice shots and focus on the little things that get your team wins, that is very special. Ayton is showing everyone that he is truly a team player, and that he's willing to do whatever it takes to help Phoenix on this playoff run. I can't say it enough, but I'm so impressed with the way he's been playing, and I'm very excited to see how he develops as he gets older. The Suns have a nice championship window with CP3, Booker, and Ayton all on the team, but even once Paul is gone or retired, this team will still have a dynamic duo in Booker and Ayton, and Phoenix Suns fans should be incredibly happy about that. That's going to be all for today's video. Make sure to let me know your thoughts on Ayton and the Suns down in the comments below. What do you think of Ayton's contributions? Can you see Phoenix winning it all this year? Let me know what you think, and with all of that being said, I'm out.